This video will tell the story of the dropping of the atomic bombs on Japan by the United States. In 1945, President Harry Truman took office after President Roosevelt died. Upon entering the presidency, Truman was informed of a new top-secret project known as Manhattan. Before he had entered the presidency, Truman had heard about this project but was quickly shut out. Scientists had recently discovered a way to split atoms, which in turn released a massive amount of energy. Being the United States, we found a way to weaponize this, and thus created the first atomic bomb. In 1944, the bombs were tested in 1945. This created a massive crater in the New Mexico desert. Scientists stood by and took bets on what they thought would happen. The reasons for dropping the atomic bomb. Truman saw the Japanese were still capable of fighting after Iwo Jima and Okinawa. Number 2, a full-scale invasion of Japan would cost many US and Japanese lives. Estimates projected up to 1 million. The atomic bomb would bring a quick end to the war. Truman wanted an unconditional surrender from Japan, and the use of the atomic bomb may have been a show of force to the Soviet Union.
On August 6, 1945, the Enola Gay, piloted by Colonel Paul Tibbets, dropped a 4-kiloton uranium gun-style bomb on the Japanese city of Hiroshima. Upon hitting the target of a bridge over the river, the bomb exploded just above the ground, killing 100,000 Japanese soldiers and civilians. It was the first time atomic weapons had been used in warfare. 3 days later, on August 9th, the B-29 Boxcar, piloted by Major Charles Sweeney, dropped a 10-kiloton plutonium implosion-style bomb on the Japanese city of Nagasaki. Due to wind shift over the target site, the bomb drifted, but upon explosion still killed 50,000 Japanese soldiers and civilians.
Days after the bombs had been dropped, a new phenomenon had started to occur. A strange sickness overtook many of the people in the blast radius. Their hair started falling out and would vomit black and brown fluids. This was the first documented case of radiation poisoning on a large scale. Although these symptoms had been showing throughout the days after the bombs, it was only documented as radiation poisoning earlier. It had been discredited as people dying from extreme burns. The United States had known that the bombs would produce radiation, but had no idea that it would produce this amount.
This dropping of the 2 atomic bombs pushed the Japanese people over their edge and caused them to sue for surrender. On August 15, 1945, the Japanese government informed the United States government of the terms of accepting unconditional surrender. On September 1st, 1945, the Japanese High Command signed the papers for unconditional surrender aboard the USS Missouri in the Tokyo Bay, effectively ending World War II.
This video was done by Alex Mead, Devlin Sherrill, and Rebecca Moore. The history standard that we hit is key concepts of continuity over and change, cause and effect, complexity, unity, and diversity over time.
We did this by analyzing the complexity of events in the United States history, topics to include but not limited to suffrage movement and the civil rights movement, depth of knowledge levels 2 through 3.